conditions in that area. So the houses I went, they have like stagnant water. One of them had chickens that was not maintained. In one of the houses there was an open compost bin. What I've seen on the street, that like there are bird feeders, planters that are all harboring conditions. Again, secondhand information. The person who sent the email to the board regarding our animal regulation, I was notified by the neighbor that she do have chickens in there that was not managed properly. Again, I don't know. I was not able to access her house, and I mean that's the issue going on. So from our side, I did inspections. I'm trying to figure out what was the root cause. Given so many harboring conditions, that's what I feel with my experience, that this is what have led to these many complaints of people are seeing rodents, that there was a lot of harboring conditions. Just to mitigate that, Laura and myself were trying to put up a educational kind of information packet kind of situation. We have almost have it ready, and we're going to mail it out to the whole neighborhood tomorrow. We're working end of the day, we have some graphic problems in that, but tomorrow we'll be mailing it out to the whole neighborhood, and hopefully that will help. And I'll keep visiting the area just to find out like if there are any other sources from where these things have risen. Other thing I was thinking, if the board think it's going to be good, given a lot of changes in the tobacco, that I was thinking to put up a small training for our tobacco vendors. So if the board thinks it's going to be a good idea, I was thinking to do a small tobacco training as we did the food training for our vendors. We'll do a small educational training for the tobacco vendors too. That will probably put it up in Jan or something like that. Given holiday period, a lot of folks might not be available. And the last update I have is Honeydew. There was change of ownership for the Honeydew at 236 Pond Street. We had some difficulty, with the change of ownership. They was without a permit for like almost 2 weeks, but eventually we did get paperwork from them, and we're still like kind of working with them to process it, but just wanted to update the board. Besides that, little small things at the restaurants, we are doing okay. Permitting is going on, so we'll be processing that next week. We have got a lot of applications in, and we'll send it out probably next week for the permits. And I'm open to any questions if the board have.
I have a couple questions. Is Donna Walsh involved with the chicken specifically, but the situation on Bellevue Heights?
This been arising, but I was not able to get in touch, but I will make sure that we will loop her in, for this, but what I saw, the person where I went, like, he said he's not going to keep the chicken, so that's why I didn't ask him to keep apply for the permit. But the other person, it seems she has chickens, and we're going to ask her to apply for it for a
Okay,
permit.
so there's multiple people up there with chickens, is that what you're saying?
That is correct. This is, again, I have seen it in one house. The neighborhood is telling me that there are multiple people. Yes.
And the person, excuse me, I just want to say the person that wrote the email that has the unpermitted chickens, she said that she called the Board of Health office, and the building department was told that she doesn't need one. So that's obviously inaccurate.
My other question for you, Raj, would be for the tobacco training. Is that something that Olivia is going to do?
Yes, I'm going to ask her. We're trying to bring Olivia on multiple fronts wherever we can do the educational activities. She's involved with DAET also at this point. She's collaborating with that team also. But that just a thought, that it'll be useful for the vendors, if we put a small training.
Right.
We'll be continuing our food trainings, food safety trainings every 3 months, 6 months, given time. and the need in the community.
Raj, so far no fines for sales to minors as far as the tobacco in the community
That is
that you
correct.
know of?
So,
Yeah.
no.
And just one other question: is it mandated that? Obviously, we know that they're supposed to check licenses, but there are some outlets that I know make you actually present a valid ID, and they scan in your driver's license, and if you don't have that, you can't get either alcohol or tobacco. Is that a mandate for our vendors or not?
I don't think so, sir. That system is a mandatory thing, but checking the ID is, what
Yeah.
it says is up to 27 years, you need to ask the proof of ID.
Yeah.
That's what is written, but
Okay.
again, the fines are so stiff right now, like, $1,000, $2,000, and $5,000. I guess they need to be smart enough, to be doing it, So because I mean, around us, when I talked to Olivia early on, there was 18% sales, and it was very, I mean, shocking to me, that 18% of the sales they had, like in the communities around us, I mean, Ashland, I guess we've been doing a very good job. Before me, like the board been very active, and I guess, I mean, we had some sales early, like maybe like 6 months back, or maybe this is the result, that we didn't see
Yeah.
not even a single sale out of our 17 vendors,
Yeah.
So that's a very good sign, And
Yeah.
again, just so that the vendor don't feel like, hey, we're just coming, just from a regulatory side, that we're going to give them all the opportunity to educate them what's going on around tobacco laws or food safety. That's my thought process.
Okay. That's great. Thank you.
I got a question, Raj.
Please.
In regard to the tobacco training, is it something that you do as needed, or it's something that you maybe you're required to do probably like several times a year, or maybe when something sparks up?
There is no requirement as such, but it's just more that we want our vendors to be successful, so just from that. But there is no requirement for trainings, no.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. All right. Thanks, Raj.
Thank you,
Anything besides the making sure we see if we can get the animal regulations passed next time, and so we'll have Donna at the meeting. Anything else that anybody can think of for right now? No. I'm assuming then that our next meeting should be on Tuesday the 4th. Tuesday the 4th. Okay. And are these, Diane or Raj, are these going to be, I know I see some meetings that look like they're in person, but are our meetings going to continue to be virtual? I'm assuming. Yes.
Dr. Ron, decision of the board, I guess we have time till, I guess, mid next year, like legally where we can go, but it's up to the board,
Okay.
we are comfortable either way. But given the uptake, and again, the holiday season, it's up to the board, whatever the board want to do, and we're comfortable either way,
I
So
didn't know if there
just
was
to
anything.
piggyback on that, the select board and the town manager are still meeting virtually and asked everybody else to follow suit. So,
Okay.
ultimately, it's really their decision. And I
Yeah.
mean, even this week, we've asked people not to come in, excuse me, who were
Yeah.
potentially planning on it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think until they start meeting in person, I think we should follow their lead.
Thank you.
Agreed. I was just interested if, what other boards were doing. Okay. All right. Any members with anything else to add? Nothing? Jay, you're good. Bernadette, Di? Okay. Anybody like to make a motion to adjourn?
I will. Motion to adjourn.
Okay. Okay, second?
I'll second that.
You know what? Okay, I just want to wish everybody happy holidays, and hopefully we can, be productive in the new year. Raj, thanks for everything. Diane, Jay, Bernadette, thanks for your time, and I will reach out to Barbara, and we'll see everybody on Tuesday the 4th.
All right.
Thank-
Happy holidays to
thank you so
everybody.
much.
Next year.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good
Thanks,
night.
KG.
Good night.
Good night.